Priya from MomsPumpHere. Happy 2018! Happy New Year! Mwah, 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 mwah. So we are kicking off our 2018 season, or well, our third season in 2018, because we know we go until May, and Super Sue and I are so excited to kick off this year with you, and we have some stuff to share with you today. So as per our live videos, we have to wait for her to hop on, and in true classic mom mode, she's getting ready. So we're gonna wait for her, and in the meantime, I'm going to share. You guys get your cup of coffee, your midday glass of wine, if your kids are down for a nap, some juice, whatever you need, some snacks, and we're gonna start in about 2 minutes, 2 to 5 minutes. That's a big range, 2 to 5 minutes. So hold your horses. So we got a lot to talk about today, and we're still trying to keep it short. We have some things to talk about in 2018. You know, there's a lot going on with women, as you know. It's not a political thing. It's a human rights issue, I think, and I believe. And if it affects all women, no matter what age you are, where you're from, where in the country that you live. It's really affecting the United States right now, but I'm sure women across the globe have been reflecting on the same issues we've been dealing with. But the rights we wanted to address today have to do with nursing moms. Let me post this. So we like to always keep it lively, but I thought it was so important to kick off the year with our intention to help and to make you aware of what's available to you as a mom. So the core of our moms, the core group of our moms are all nursing, they're breastfeeding, breast pumping, they're just weaning out, and they're still hanging on to, you know, to MomsPumpHere. They're watching our videos, you know, they're communicating with me, reaching out. Whenever they find a nursing room, they still submit it. And we even have some amazing bloggers that are participating in our community now. So there's a lot going on. But it's important for us to set the year right. So today we're going to be talking about the different types of rights that you can put in your tool bag as a nursing mom. So if you're out breastfeeding, you're out pumping, no matter what's going on in your life, but of course as a nursing mom, you're on the go, and you have to pump and you have to breastfeed, at least you'll have these rights in your back pocket so you can reflect on and use. So we're waiting for Super Sue to come in. I feel like I need to like zhuzh it up a little bit. It's so dreary here in New York City. It's like sleeting outside, it's rain, it was snowing earlier here in New York, and the weather is not pretty. So whenever it's like not sunny, I kind of like it, because I lived in Miami for so long, so I love the sun, I love the clear blue sky, and being out there, being outside, being active. So whenever the weather's like this, just like, I gotta wake up, and I like to keep it lively. So we're waiting for Super Sue to hop on. Let me check. Sue, where are you? Okay, so while she's doing that, let's dive right in. She knows I'm on. I think she's blow drying her hair. Okay, so MomsPumpHere, if you don't know already, is the worldwide GPS tool, both online and via an app, that you can use to find places, submit places, and rate places to breastfeed and breast pump when you're on the go. So if you're traveling for work, if you're traveling on vacation, if you're shopping out with your kids or by yourself and you need to find a place to pump or nurse, you can do so. Now, it is your right to breastfeed in public in the United States. So if someone approaches you and it happens all the time. I kind of feel like we're going in like a circle here, like this endless circle, where, you know, it happens. A mom, you know, gets shamed when they're out in public. Oh, there's Super Sue. Let me invite her in. Sue! Okay, waiting for her. So when you're out in public, and someone shames you for breastfeeding in public, what do you do? What do you say? And we talk about this topic all the time. I kind of feel like we talk about it so much. Like, you think that other people in society would be picking up from all these horrible experiences moms are having. Now, there are retail stores like Target, for example, who are fantastic, and they allow moms to breastfeed in the store. Obviously, they're very breastfeeding friendly. A lot of the new stores that have come out are setting up nursing rooms for moms now. I actually went to a Target here in Brooklyn, and they completely redid the store. It kind of looks like a Marshall's. It's very light, and well, the home section looks like Marshall's. It's very light and airy. They have let me try Sue again. And the Target in Brooklyn actually didn't have a nursing room. But I asked, you know, I was looking for it all over the place. And I asked the attendant in the dressing room if there was one available, and she said no.
Sorry, problems like logging on. I'm like, does she see me? Because I kept seeing you talk, and I'm like, I don't think she sees me.
No, I didn't see you at all. I was seeing view. I can see the amount of viewers, but I didn't see you.
Oh, okay.
Happy New Year.
How's it going?
Good.
Happy New Year.
You blow dry your hair?
Yeah. It's not very well though.
But it's like sticking up over here, but that's all right.
Yeah, I know. It's like the blow dryer I've had for over 10 years, and I think it's on its last blow, so to speak.
We need a new blow dryer.
Yeah.
So before you came on, huh?
It's funky, like the temperature changes, like it's bad. But go ahead.
Yeah. So before you came on, I was talking about kicking off the year right and discussing all the tools moms need to keep in their back pocket. So if they're out nursing, if they're traveling, they know what their rights are, both in the United States and abroad. So they can say to people who are harassing them or possibly discriminating against them, that they can't do that. and they can't do that because
it's funny you mentioned that, because I read an article last night about a woman who went to I'll just say a fast food chain, and she was breastfeeding her baby, and the manager came over and said that she did not cover up, she would need to leave. And the manager came
What store was it?
I don't want to say the name because I want to double check that it's the right name, but we'll put it in the thing.
But that happens so much. They kicked her out?
The manager kicked her out of the store.
Oh, that's not right.
Yeah.
That's not right. So it's so funny because I was saying before, it's like we're going in a circle, like this endless circle. Like, you know, we know what our rights are as women and as moms, and these stories come out all the time where you hear that people are being harassed or shamed or discriminated against for breastfeeding in public or wanting to find a place to pump or whatever. And then there's a little bit of like uproar about it. You know, sometimes we have sit-ins. You know, there are all these groups that have sit-ins, you know, breastfeeding sit-ins to protest against moms being discriminated against. But then it happens again. You know what I mean? It's like this continual thing. And there is an open dialogue, you know, not to get too social, get too technical, but there is an open dialogue in the country about breastfeeding in public. But there's still nothing being done. It's almost similar to the Time's Up Now movement that just happened. You know, there's all these rights that we're fighting for as women and respect that we're fighting for, but yet there's nothing happening. You know, there's laws in place to protect us from being harassed. But still, the people.
That stop it. Yeah, it doesn't stop people from
Yeah, it
obviously
doesn't stop
doing it.
people from being for treating you badly. And I was talking about Target. You know, I went to Target in Brooklyn a few weeks ago,
Okay.
and I took pictures. I posted it on Mom's Pump Here, and they didn't have a nursing room, but the lady was so nice about it, and she said, you know, any moms that come in, they can pump or they can nurse in the huge family um, dressing room that they have. You know,
Okay.
but not a lot of stores are like that. Like the one you mentioned, they just kick the mom out, which is really sad.
Yeah. And like I said,
So
and she was also saying, like, I think in the article it said, like, you only saw like the top part of her breast,
her
like,
boob.
like the cleavage area, so to speak, like the way she was describing it. And so it's not much different if, let's just say, somebody walks in with like a low cut shirt or a V-neck shirt and you see cleavage. So what's the problem? You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I think maybe it was making people uncomfortable, knowing that the baby was probably like latched
Probably,
onto the.
somebody complained to the manager, was feeling uncomfortable, but you know, at that point, then you don't look then.
Yeah, don't look.
Yeah.
You think it would be that
Yeah.
simple for people not to look? Like people are so
I
sad.
think also the article, the manager saying like, oh, there's children here. And I'm like, well, this should set a perfect example of what, you know, this is, you know,
Natural.
what we do. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I wanted to sort of like go through what the rights were. And we have them on the website. We point to websites outside of ours that list all the rights in each of the US. And even for countries that we, you know, have locations in, have rights listed, like Australia, the UK, in Canada. We have all these different countries that have these rights in place to protect moms. Even in Dubai, there are rights to protect women. I mean, obviously you're covered in Dubai, but there are rights to protect women, and they have nursing rooms for women to breastfeed in and to pump, which is the ironic thing. But here in the United States, so the Affordable Care Act, that's been under attack by different political parties.
Yeah. There's also a new law that just passed in New York State. I'm trying to think of the name.
Yeah,
What's
that's
that, New York?
That's family leave.
The family. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, why is
so
it just passed in the state?
It's by state. You know, the legislative bodies of each state have to decide whether or not they're going to go forward. So they give the states their chance to create their own laws or whatever. Hi, Sarah. I see Sarah tuned in. But yeah, every state. So New York State has a longer. You get paid for a longer amount of time. So I think before it was 4 weeks. Now it's 6 weeks. Am I right? Was it 4 weeks before?
That sounds about right.
You need to wake up, man.
I know. I really need caffeine.
Yeah, so for the Affordable Care Act, it's been under attack in the United States because of all the healthcare stuff. But inside the Affordable Care Act, there's provision, and it's on our website. Let me pull it up real quick. It's section 4207, which is a reasonable break time for nursing moms. And it's under the Fair Labor Standards Act of 1938. So they put this amendment in place to protect women in the workplace. So any employer that has or employees has to, they're mandated to provide a space for the mom. Now, some employers are bold enough to say you got to pump in the bathroom, which is horrible because it's food that you're preparing. You're not going to prepare it on a toilet. You're not going to eat on a toilet, right? So that's one law that moms can use. Now, there's also the Civil Rights Act, which is like the main overriding federal law that you can use to your benefit. The Civil Rights Act and Pregnancy Discrimination Act of 1964 prohibits employers from discriminating on the basis of gender. So if you need to breastfeed, it doesn't say specifically that they can't discriminate against you for breastfeeding. It's based on your gender. So a
Yeah.
woman can say if the boss doesn't let them pump or breastfeed, that they're being discriminated against because of their gender. And then going even deeper, you shouldn't be discriminated against, period, or harassed, or what's the word? Yeah, harassment and discrimination. Those two. So you
I
can
mean, but
use
it's
this
sad to
law.
say it's still happening at the state.
Yeah, it's still happening. It's still
Yeah.
happening. And then,
Whatever was that? And this law was from 1964, you just said? Or 65?
1964.
Okay. So, and that's what, over 40 years ago. And I feel like, yes, and its times have still not changed.
Yeah, 60 years. It's almost 60 years if you think about it. It's crazy.
Oh,
It
yeah.
has not. So there's still a lot of work for people to do, and it's like the underlayer of how women are treated, right? And how our bodies are objectified, how we're still harassed sexually. It all has to do with that, us breastfeeding in public or wanting to pump. People just don't get it sometimes, if they're not a parent,
Yeah.
if they are not around somebody who's a nursing mom, it's hard for them to understand why a woman needs a spot.
Yeah.
They'll
come across the nursing mom or the pumping mom who may just cover up in public because, she just likes that privacy. And then you have the mom that's a little bit more comfortable with herself, and she, will nurse right out in the open. But you know what? Either way, you're supposed to give them both the same, respect.
Same respect.
Yeah. Whatever their decision is, because they're not doing anything wrong, and you shouldn't shame them for that.
You shouldn't. So what do you do? What do you do? I know what you would do if you were approached in public, and I know what you would do.
I would get a little nasty, but but not everybody's going to be nasty. Some people might just be in shock, like almost like thinking I guess also thinking, just in shock because they feel like, well, I'm not doing anything wrong, so why am I being attacked? Yeah. So
yeah, you want to,
or you're getting upset because you're trying to nurse your baby and you're having a hard time, and then you have some moron telling you, don't do that and blah blah blah, and you're already getting emotional and you're having your hormones so.
Mm-hmm. And you don't want to get in trouble either, like that woman that was kicked out of. Oh, hi Chelsea. Chelsea's watching. So you don't want to get kicked out of an establishment either, or off the plane for that matter, or off a bus, or if you're in a department store or whatever. You don't want to get kicked out, and the feeling of being kicked out is like saying
it's
that
embarrassing.
you're doing something. It's embarrassing, and you're scared. You don't want to get in more trouble, on how people react. But there are tough moms out there like you that would just put somebody in place. But other moms that just don't know what to do or say, they want to believe that people are inherently good, and that they're going to be treated properly. But it just doesn't happen.
No, unfortunately not.
So moms, if they need to, huh? What? What'd you say?
We live in like a messed up world right now, but that's another.
Oh my God, you're telling me to get it. So moms, if they want to, they can go on our website. They can check out our blogs, and on the main page down the bottom is still the Affordable Care Act. Even though some changes have been made to the health care provisions because of the budget, there's that.
Yeah, and also each state has different. Yeah.
Each state has different laws, and what I'll do is after this, I'll put that link, the breastfeeding state laws for all of the United States. And I believe there's only one state. Wait, what state is it? I'm like, Idaho. Idaho is the only state that doesn't have laws protecting breastfeeding moms. It's kind of, you suck, Idaho. It's the only state. So hopefully that.
Well, maybe they're working on it now. Yeah.
Well, I don't know about. I haven't seen anything from any lawmakers. Okay, so we have an announcement for 2018, and I'm so happy that we're doing this because you and I have been doing #ThePinkLife for 3 years now. You know that. It's been 3 years.
I feel like it's been forever. It
I
has
know.
been. I'm sorry, the dog is next to me. It's like passing gas and it's like smells horrible. It's a bulldog, just by the way. So, yeah.
Fiona. What was I saying? You're like totally screwed me up
No,
just now.
You had an
The farting
announcement
dog.
to make for 2000.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God. So we've been doing hashtag the Pink Life for 3 seasons. This is our 3rd season, and we stop in May for the summer, and then we kick back off up in October. But what we wanted to do was add more content and more fun and offer more opportunities to interact with Moms Pump Here. So we are launching another show, and it's called.
Ooh! I'm holding the
and
I'm just clapping on my arm.
So it is called Spilled Milk Sunday. So hashtag the Pink Life is every Wednesday, almost every Wednesday. But on Sunday, when you're having brunch, you're lounging in your bed, just waking up, or you might be up with the kids already. We are launching Spilled Milk Sundays. It's going to happen twice a month for the 1st season to see how it goes. Huh? You just
that sounds awesome. No, that's. Are you getting a voice delay? Because I'm getting a voice delay too. It's like, you know, when you watch really bad subtitle movies and you see the lips move and then later the words come out. That's what I swear.
That's why I keep on stopping.
Okay.
Like, what?
I thought I was the only one. That's why I look a little confused a little bit. Like you see me, I kind of look like deer in the head, like it's throwing me off a little bit.
That's okay. Sorry. That's all right. Okay. iPhone and Facebook need to do a better job at these Facebook Lives. All right. So Spilled Milk Sundays will be twice a month until May, and it's going to feature all of our amazing bloggers and bloggers for the 1st season, and probably a couple moms. Huh? What?
Around what time do you think we're going to do it at? Like, what time is it going to start?
It's going to start.
Or you're still working at the time?
No, it's all figured out. It's actually, if you look on our book, all the events, I have events set up for each one of the days that we're going to be featuring different and bloggers. I haven't put in our guests' names yet, but we'll be setting up we'll be setting that up soon. So the first day we're kicking it off is January 28th at 10 a.m. Eastern on Sunday, and our first guest. Huh?
That this Sunday or next Sunday?
The 28th is 2 Sundays away.
Okay. So not this Sunday, next Sunday. Okay. So.
And our first guest is Elizabeth Summers, and she's one of our amazing bloggers. She's starting with us this month. And so last year our big announcement was that we were becoming a health and wellness company for nursing moms after being, quote unquote, a tech-like company with the app and guest tool. And this year we're upping it up a notch with providing more content about health and wellness, and just having fun. So Spilled Milk Sundays is actually about keeping it real with parenting. So we're going to start off the shows talking about our week and all the crazy stuff that we found as a mom, and hopefully we'll have some dads on in the future. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to laugh. And then at the end of the episodes, we're also going to talk about what these amazing moms and dads are doing in their lives. And hopefully be able to support them in promoting their work.
Sounds good.
So yeah.
I like it.
I'm excited about it. I have you scheduled for March 11th. You don't know yet, but.
Okay.
I have you scheduled for March 11th. So I'm so excited about this. Everybody tune in for Spilled Milk Sundays. We are going to be live every Wednesday for hashtag the Pink Life. So now we got 2 shows. Double the fun.
That's awesome.
And then all the episodes will be recycled for our website. So you'll see it up on our website afterwards and up on YouTube. And we'll be doing more with YouTube this year. Last year we were kind of like just post, because there was so much stuff going on between Facebook and Google.
YouTube.
Hate each other. So whenever we put something on the website, our website has like about 50,000 hits per month, right? So the traffic would not translate into YouTube. So we're like sort of switching it up a little bit on the website. So it's the impressions are different. But if you go to our YouTube, it's youtube.com/user/MomsPumpHere. Make sure you subscribe. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and
download the app that's on iTunes and on, was it Google
Play.
Google Play. That's
coffee. You need to have some coffee.
Yeah, I know. I need some caffeine. I've been cutting back, so
I know.
Yeah.
And okay, so March 11th, you better put that in your
tell my hair.
Yes, it's so poofy and light.
No, that's why I'm cutting back caffeine. Look, it's all crazy. No, just go ahead. So go ahead. I off. I'm sorry.
Okay, no problem. All right, so make sure you tune in next week, same time next week. Sue and I are usually a little bit late because, mom life. But between 11 and 12, we go live for #ThePinkLife. We don't have our topic yet for next week, but we will soon. And make sure you watch out for Spilled Milk Sundays on January 28th. We kick it off, and we'll see you all soon.
All right.
Bye.
I like that. Bye.
Such a delay.